now we have with us Suraj Bhai Kataria. He is himself 6 years experience in data science and project management. He is currently working with Aditya Birla Finance. He has done his BE from a reputed college from NIT Kanpur, and then he completed his MBA from SP Jain in systems, and currently he is working with Aditya Birla Finance as a product management and data science. I will invite Suraj Bhai to share thoughts and his views on data science, machine learning and AI. Suraj Bhai.
So I'll just like to give a perspective first of why data analytics is important in today's world. So this is the annual size of global data sphere. This is the latest data from latest report by IDC, which is a research company. They published this report in 2019-20, and if we see 2014 data generated throughout history was around 7 zettabytes. We'll come to that, what is zettabyte. And the amount of data that we have so far till 2020 is around 47-48 zettabytes, and expected is 175 zettabyte by 2025. That is more than 3 times considering the current situation. So the amount of data is used that is going to be generated. What is 1 zettabyte? So if we know that 1000 gigabytes is 1 terabyte, 1000 terabytes is 1 petabyte, 1000 petabytes is 1 exabyte, and 1000 exabyte is 1 zettabyte. So it's a huge volume of data, and the variety of data is also, we have structured data, semi-structured data. We know we are using Facebook, Instagram, so a lot of unstructured data is also getting generated. The biggest problem currently is with data science is 2 things. One is there are not many resources available who actually understand what data science is clearly, and second problem is companies also don't know what to do with the amount of data that they have. And there is one more problem, third problem, that is the quality of data is very poor in the companies. The new age companies that are coming up, they know the importance, and they are accordingly working on it. But the legacy companies, if we see old companies, they are there since 50-60 years, they are finding it very difficult to sustain. So data science, if I would want to cover in one slide, give one overview, so this is what it would be. There are 4 types of data analytics. I would say 4 types of data science here. First is descriptive. So what's happening in my business? It's very basic thing, and this has been going on for years and years. Just to give an example, so if a company wants to do descriptive analytics, what they will do is, they already doing it. They prepare sales report, for example. A company wants to see what is their performance throughout the year, so they will prepare sales report. Companies have financial reports also. They will prepare balance sheet, profit and loss statement. They will prepare charts and see what is happening, what are the different factors affecting. So very basic analysis that we can do in Excel also. 2 things required here. We can download data through SQL and do sufficient analysis in Excel. Now lot of new tools have come up which have very good data visualization capabilities like Tableau, Power BI, and there are few others also, through which we can do detailed analysis of it. So descriptive analytics is very basic analysis just to see what is happening. Next is diagnostic, why it is happening. So if I would like to take an example here, if a company's sales is going down and they want to understand why it has happened, so they will have to deep dive into their data. So what is the next thing they will do? They will check whether profit has gone down or what has happened. If profit has gone down, then they will look into revenue. Revenue बढ़ा है या cost बढ़ा है? क्या हुआ है? Revenue कम हुआ है या cost बढ़ा है? 2 things. They see that revenue has gone down, then they will further deep dive. What has happened in that? For the last 4 months, they will see December, January, February, March, their sales have gone down. Now what is the further reason into it? They will see they have outlets. For example, it's a hotel industry. They have hotels across India, and they have found out that there are 3 locations specifically Mumbai, Delhi and Bangalore, where the sales have gone down drastically, and it has happened over a period of time. For example, 5% in December, 10% in January, 15% in February, 20% in March. So if you know the current context, of what is happening around in the world, you will be able to guess what could be the reason. Can anyone guess? Correct, coronavirus, right? So if it's a tourism industry or hotel industry, when they deep dive into the data, anyways, if they are aware of the environment, but this is a very simple example. So why it is happening, getting into the root cause, doing RCA is diagnostic analysis. Next is predictive analysis. So companies are doing it for a long time, but they are doing it at a very basic level. So companies do forecasting, right? Weather forecasting भी होता है ना, बारिश गिरने वाला होता है, predict होता है, लेकिन बारिश उसी दिन नहीं होता, और जिस दिन छाता लेकर नहीं गए उस दिन बारिश हो जाता है. So that is also forecasting. Companies do financial forecasting. They do forecasting for their costing, revenues, so that they can plan for the future. Now I'll just give you again an example of sales. So if today we are in month of March and company wants to predict what will be the sales for next month, April. What they can do is very basic level analysis. दिसंबर में दिखा 10,000 का बिजनेस हुआ है, फिर जनवरी में 11,000, फरवरी में 12,000. So simple, if I want to say simply, I can say 10% increase हुआ है, right? So मार्च में और 10% बढ़ाया, next अप्रैल में और 10% बढ़ाया. This is one way. Second is they will see the trend is not same. So हो सकता है पहले महीने में 10,000 हुआ, दूसरे में 12 हुआ और तीसरे में 11,000 हो गया. अब चौथे में पांचवें में कितना होगा पता नहीं. So they will take an average of last 3 months or maybe last 5 months. This is very basic, very basic. Next could be seasonal trends होते हैं. तो अप्रैल महीने में पता है कि बहुत सारे फेस्टिवल्स हैं. So they might think seasonal है तो लोग ज़्यादा पैसा खर्चा करते हैं. उस टाइम पे लास्ट ईयर 20% सेल ज़्यादा हुआ था, तो इस बार भी 20% होगा. So that is another factor that they have incorporated. Another could be last year their marketing budget was X rupees. This time they are doing more marketing. They have budget of 2X rupees. So that is another factor. Next factor, again, as we discussed, hotel tourism industry, coronavirus, industry growth itself has gone down. So overall industry growth kitna hai? That could be another factor. So there could be a lot of factors you would consider, and you will build a predictive model which will decide what is going to happen in the future. So this is predictive analytics. Next is prescriptive analytics. So I know what has happened in the past, I know what will happen in the future, but I want to decide what should happen in the future. So then what should I do? Then we do prescriptive analytics. I'll give a couple of examples. One is, for example, consider DMart का store है ना, DMart का store weekends पे जाते हैं, DMart या Big Bazaar, बहुत ज़्यादा लोग होते हैं ना, volume of people, it's huge, मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा लोग होते हैं. So if they want to manage those people, how can they do it in the best way? What they will do is, they will try to identify how can I make them stay in Big Bazaar or DMart for a shorter period of time. That is, they should get their goods quickly and move out. Two ways they can do it. One is already they have started online payments, right? Digital payments. So that way they are able to move faster. Second, क्या कर सकते हैं? So there is a term used in analytics industry, market basket analysis. So DMart, Big Bazaar, many big mall stores, they already have implemented this, where what they do is they see what are the things people are buying. So they'll have all the transaction history, and the number of people in DMart entering over the years would be huge. So volume of data used, and it is sufficient enough to predict that. So what they will do is कि पता है मिल्क लिया है, दूध लिया है, साथ में चीज तो लेगा ही है. Just an example. So they will put those products side by side. So they have identified if a person is buying product A, he will most probably buy product B and product C also. So their layout is very well structured as per analytics, and you will see that you will buy things in a line and move out quickly. So that is the next level of analytics. This is one thing. Second could be in insurance industry, or you can take lending industry. Loan लेते हैं ना, तो So the policies that they have designed, they might identify that the people they have given loans or they have given insurance, those people might be very risky. So the amount of risk for each of the candidates, they can define it and they can prepare a prescriptive model which will help them to define future policies कि फ्यूचर में क्या पॉलिसी रखना चाहिए जिससे हमारा प्रॉफिट सबसे ज्यादा हो, हम रिस्की कस्टमर्स को अवॉइड कर सके. और सेकेंड थिंग इज they define more premium for those risky customers. So that is prescriptive analytics. Wherever there is a risk, analytics plays a big role. Banking, airlines, manufacturing, huge role. Predictive maintenance is the future currently. A lot of things are happening in manufacturing. Just to give you an overall perspective, so we discussed data analyst. What he does is, if we see traditionally what was happening, it was basic descriptive analytics, but now they have moved to predictive and prescriptive. There are tools available, so you don't necessarily have to be a programmer, but your mathematical understanding has to be good. There are tools available, but they will have mathematical models that are built. What data analysis does is basically they will identify what are the variables and what is the relation between those variables. So data analyst, they can understand the tools, first thing. Second thing is they should understand mathematical models. So there are certain courses which are freely available on Udemy, Coursera, which if you do, you understand basic mathematics that is needed for data analytics. Second is artificial intelligence. So there basically you are using those predictive models. Actually data analytics now incorporates artificial intelligence. Otherwise previously it was very basic descriptive data visualizations what we were doing. Next is machine learning. So we see that we have built a predictive model, but हमने बनाया मॉडल, उसमें पता चला 80% accuracy है इसका. They will give proper decision 80% of the time. But what about the 20% of the time? Now I want to improvise on that. So two ways it can be done. We can ourselves improvise on the model, or we program our models in such a way that it automatically improves its accuracy. There are variables which it will automatically check and it will optimize the model. So that is where machine learning comes into picture. Then there is big data. Now initially I also had a big confusion. What is big data actually? Big data, what it does is, so amount of data currently available is huge, and also the complexity of data is huge. If there is 1 lakh data point and we want to process it on our normal laptop, it will be very difficult. So we know that cloud computing, we had a session, cloud computing can easily help us. But again, cloud computing, if we put it on one server, the performance will be not that great. It will take a lot of time to process that many data points. If we want to process it in short time, then big data comes into picture. Where what happens is, so I can either have 2 servers, 4 servers or 10 servers for their 1 lakh data point. So if I have 10 servers, there will be a master server. It will act as a point which will throw out data to 10 different systems. It will assign tasks to 10 different systems, ask them to process it individually and then bring it back to the masters, and it will consolidate. So this is what big data does. Clustering, basically clustering of data and getting it back. So big data helps a lot in high volume data analytics. This is a project life cycle of data science. First thing is very important, defining objective. Without that you cannot move ahead. If you don't know what you are trying to achieve, then it is a complete failure. Second is data gathering. There are a lot of different customer touch points through which data can be gathered. Third is data preparation. Data cleaning is required because you might be having multiple channels in your company, but although all the channels might not be providing you correct data or maybe dummy data. So data preparation, which is data cleaning, is very critical. Feature extraction. So there might be hundreds of variables which a company can use. For example, if I am the customer of a company, they have my demographic data कि मैं कहाँ पे रहता हूँ, मेरा background क्या है. They might have my educational data, they might have my financial data, but what are those critical data points which are required for the objective I am trying to achieve? So that is very important. Then preparing a model, training the model, testing it and deploying it. So this is a cycle, and at the end then you optimize it, keep on optimizing it continuously. These are few of the technologies currently in use. SAS, Tableau, you would be aware. The few are the frameworks here which are from Python: Jupyter, Matplotlib, NLTK, Scikit-learn. These are Python technologies. Python is currently used a lot. R and Python, these are the two most used languages. R is used majorly for statistical analysis, but if you want to get into AI ML, then Python is the best language, and it is open. Both languages are open source. Few of the innate skills that are required here are logical, mathematical. So very high mathematical skills are required here. Otherwise, if you don't understand those mathematical models, it will be very difficult for you to program those models. Visualization skills, what you are trying to achieve, very critical, and statistics. In the long run, interpersonal skills are very important, again, because understanding business problems is very critical. Few of the job prospects, if we see legacy roles where MIS reporting executive, statistician, business data analyst, big data engineer, data scientist, AI/ML, we discussed all of them. Again, in the long run, domain knowledge will be very critical for getting into this field, for progressing in this field.
A very important topic, the topic of today's trend, the future trend, covered very well by Suraj Bhai Kataria.